Hello everybody and welcome to the Tellow Family Kitchen. We're continuing our theme of Italian style cooking. You may have seen our first two episodes where we made some pizza and spaghetti. And today another Italian style classic. We're going to be making lasagna. This is one of my absolute favorite dishes of all time. Look at that creamy goodness. Pasta, meat sauce, and cheese sauce. Absolutely delicious. Here's the ingredients we'll be using. Here's our lasagna noodles, our 3 cheeses, ricotta, Parmesean, mozzarella. Later we'll add our beef smoked sausage, marinara sauce, onions, garlic, some salt to our water, and then later we'll add some red wine. Ordinarily you would use Italian sausage in lasagna, but I went to 3 different stores in town, couldn't find it, so I got this beef smoked sausage instead. One of the advantages is it won't take as long to cook when we're making the meat sauce. So basically there's 3 main parts to the lasagna. We'll cook the noodles, then we'll make the meat sauce, and then later we'll do the cheese sauce. But the first thing, this is 5 quarts of water. I'm going to lightly salt it here and then bring it to a boil. A little bit of salt there. Should be good. Then we'll add our lasagna noodles into the water. And we'll stir them occasionally just to keep them cooking. After 8 minutes, they're now cooked al dente, and this is too much water to drain. So we're going to take them out of here and put them in this other pan of cold water, using cold water so they don't stick. So we're done with the first step, cooking the noodles. Next, we'll make the meat sauce. We cut up the sausage here, and then this is 1 cup of a small diced onion. So we'll add a little bit of olive oil, and then in goes our onion, and then the 2 cloves of garlic, and we'll saute that for a little bit. After the onions and garlic are sauteing, now we're ready to add our sausage in. Right there, remember this won't take too long to cook since it's already smoked. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of red wine. Give that a good mix. After the meat cooks a little bit, now we're ready to add our marinara sauce. This is organic marinara sauce if you'd like. Add all of that in. Then to this we're also going to add 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, there, and then about 1 teaspoon of sugar, just to counterbalance the acidity of the tomatoes, and we'll give that a good mix. Since our sausage was already cooked, it won't take very long for it to warm up, and then our meat sauce will be done. So it looks pretty good, smells even better, and the meat sauce is ready. So now we have our noodles cooked, the meat sauce is ready. I covered it and put it off to the side. Now we'll start working on our cheese sauce. So this is 15 ounces of ricotta cheese, all in there. 1 cup of mozzarella, all in there. And finally we'll add 1 egg. There we go. And we'll mix that together here. After a couple minutes of mixing, this is the consistency that we ended up with. So now we're ready to start assembling our lasagna. We have a 9 by 13 casserole dish here, and we'll start getting that ready. But first, we'll wash our hands. So basically we're going to lay down some meat sauce on the pan, then a layer of lasagna, then cheese sauce. Meat sauce, lasagna, cheese sauce, and repeat. So first we'll put a little bit of the meat sauce on the bottom of the pan, just so the lasagna noodles don't stick. Then we're ready for our first layer of lasagna. It's good to try to have the lasagna noodles overlap a little bit, like that. And 1 final layer there. While I'm doing this, we'll preheat the oven to 375, and then we'll lay down our cheese dip here. Then we'll lay down a layer of mozzarella here on top of our cheese sauce. Then another layer of meat sauce. Then just repeat with another layer of lasagna noodles. And then we'll just repeat with another layer of cheese. Then we'll add, for the final layer, our last bit of meat sauce here. Just kind of pour that on the top. And then finally we'll add the rest of our cheese sauce over here. Then the last step before we put it in the oven, we're going to put some of this grated Parmesan on top here. Then we'll put it in the oven at 375 Fahrenheit for about 40 to 45 minutes. We'll check it at the end. Okay, after 50 minutes in the oven at 375, this is what the lasagna now looks like. Now the hard part, we'll have to wait about 15 minutes to let it cool and let the cheese kind of come together before we cut it. Then last thing, we'll cut it up here. I think I'll go for about maybe 12 pieces. This smells terrific, by the way.
Luke is the only one with me. Get Mark and bring him with you for his help with me in the ministry. I have sent the ticket.
That is so creamy. So delicious. I'm so happy because this is the first time I've ever made lasagna and it tastes the way I remember it tasting, which is great. I really hope you get a chance to try this recipe, and if you do, let me know how it works for you. And thanks so much to Mom for helping me today. Could not have done it without her. Thanks for her running the camera also. And thanks to you guys for watching. Appreciate you tuning in. And join us next time from the Tellow Family Kitchen. Arrivederci.